In a quiet town where days passed without urgency, there lived a young man whose greatest battle was not with the world, but with his own mind. Every morning he woke up with plans, and every night he slept with regret. His thoughts jumped from one idea to another, his focus scattered like leaves in the wind. He blamed time, circumstances, and people around him, never realizing that the real chaos lived within. One day, after missing yet another opportunity, he sat alone and understood something painful. An undisciplined mind can destroy the brightest future. That realization did not change his life instantly, but it planted a seed. He decided to begin with one small promise, to control his attention for just 1 hour a day. At first, the mind resisted. Distractions felt louder, excuses felt smarter, and comfort felt safer than effort. His thoughts reminded him of past failures, whispered doubts, and tempted him to quit. But this time, he stayed. He forced himself to sit, to breathe, and to return his focus again and again. Each time his mind wandered, he gently pulled it back. It was exhausting, but something powerful was happening. He was training his mind the same way muscles are trained, through repetition and discipline. Days turned into weeks, and slowly the noise inside him began to fade. He noticed that focus created clarity, and clarity created confidence. Tasks that once felt impossible now felt manageable. He stopped reacting to every thought and emotion, realizing that not every thought deserved attention. Discipline taught him that the mind is a tool, not a master. When controlled, it builds. When left free, it destroys. With every focused hour, he reclaimed a piece of his life that distraction had stolen. One evening, an old craftsman watched him work in silence. The man finally spoke and said something unforgettable. A focused mind can cut through stone, while a distracted one cannot cut through air. Those words stayed with him forever. He understood then that success was not about talent or luck, but about where attention is placed. Deep focus became his sanctuary. In silence, he found power. In discipline, he found freedom. Years later, the same man who once felt lost stood strong, calm, and unshakable. Life still tested him, but his mind no longer collapsed under pressure. He had learned to pause instead of panic, to think instead of react, and to persist instead of quit. The discipline of the mind had given him something greater than success. It gave him control, and that control changed everything. This story is a reminder that your greatest enemy and your greatest ally live in the same place, your mind. When you discipline it, you unlock deep focus. When you master focus, you master your life. Nothing outside you needs to change before everything inside you does. The moment you decide to train your mind, you begin building a future that distraction can no longer steal.